Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Dash Vibes. We are back with another video on IELTS. In our today's video, we are going to learn about IELTS Writing Task 1 for the academic exam. In IELTS Writing test for the academic exam, in Task 1, you are given a diagram, a graph or a chart, and you have to describe it in your own words. So we are going to learn about it today, that how you should be attempting this question type. Now, in order to explain you that how you should attempt this question type, I'm going to take an example of a chart, and we are going to go through that chart and then learn step by step that how you should be attempting this question type. Although this particular question type where you have to explain the diagram or the chart or the graph, it's not a difficult question type, but still a lot of students, a lot of people who give an academic exam, they find this task a really difficult task to do because they just don't know what to write. So before we get into the details of how to particularly do this question type, the first and the most important thing you should know is that how your exam or how your test is going to be assessed, which means against what criterias your marking is going to be done. Which is why in this case also we are going to first start with the basics. As I always mention in all of my IELTS videos, that basics is really important. You should know that when the examiner is going to look at your paper or your question, what is the examiner looking for. So it's really important that you know all those things. So now in this case as well, in writing test as well, you are going to be assessed against the following criterias. First is your task achievement, that whatever has been asked to you in the question, are you doing that or not? Whether it's an essay or whether you have to write a letter, whether you have to explain a diagram, are you doing everything that has been asked of you in the question or not? So task achievement is one. Next is your coherence and cohesion, which means, is your answer logical? Is it consistent? Are your ideas organized? Are you able to connect your ideas in a way that there is a proper flow of information? Similarly, are you using the cohesive words or not to make sure that all your information is flowing properly, which means using words like furthermore, however, in addition, firstly, secondly, then. So these are all the examples of words that will help you to connect the information to create a proper flow of information. Similarly, how is your vocabulary, which is your lexical resource? So are you using different words? Are you using wide range of vocabulary? How is your grammar? Are you using different kinds of grammatical structures? Are they accurate? Your tenses, all those things, these all factors matter. So you have to make sure that you are taking care of these factors or criterias. Now let's look at the question and learn how to solve this question type. For our today's video, we are going to take an example of the chart and we are going to learn how to explain that chart using proper steps and proper method. Now, the material that I'm going to use today in our today's video has been taken from ielts.idp.com. As you guys can see on your screens, a chart has been given to you. The chart below shows number of adults participating in different major sports in one area in 1997 and 2017. You have to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So basically, the black bar in the chart represents the year 1997 and the gray bar in the chart represents the year 2017. And then number of people in thousands has been given to you on the left, which is represented by 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then they have given various major sports like gentle walking, basketball, cricket, jogging, gym, aerobic, football, hiking. So you have to explain this chart in your own words by reporting the main features and you can also make comparisons wherever it is relevant. Now, when you are going to explain the chart, make sure that you are arranging your ideas into different paragraphs. Now, why do we arrange it into different paragraphs? We do this because if you are going to arrange your ideas into different paragraphs, it's going to look more organized to the examiner. Secondly, you would be able to explain things more properly, and then it will be also clear in your head that what you are doing, and then you can just arrange everything in a nicer way. So for example, in this case, in the first paragraph, you can just simply explain what the chart represents. So you can say that the chart shows a variation in the numbers of adults participating in different major sports in one area in 1997 and 2017. It depicts that there is a considerable difference in the popularity of sports in the year 1997 and 2017. So basically, in the introduction, all we have to do is that we have to explain in our words that what is this chart about, what is it representing. So that's all you have to do in the introduction. Now, when you are going to explain the chart more in detail, at that time you have to make sure that you are highlighting the main features and you are making any comparisons if required, if relevant. So now, as I said to you before as well, that when you are highlighting the main features, so if something is the highest or something is the lowest, at that time you can use those points as the main features. For example, in this case as well, it can be clearly seen that in the year 1997, gentle walking is the most popular sport, whereas basketball is the least popular sport. So in this case, because gentle walking is the most popular, basketball is the least popular, so you can use these factors or these points as the main features. Similarly, you can see that by the year 2017, basketball gained its popularity than before. So there is a comparison to make that by 2017, the popularity of basketball improved. So there is a relevant comparison that can be made. So you can describe this point as well, and you can put it in the main body. So here you can write it down as that overall it can be seen that the highest number of adults who participated in sports in the year 1997 did gentle walking, whereas basketball can be clearly seen as the least popular sport during that year with less than 10,000 people participating. However, by 2017, the number of people playing basketball increased by a substantial amount. So here we highlighted two main features, and then also we did a comparison. Also, you must have noticed that we used the word overall, however. So these are the words that we use to make a connection, to connect the sentence so that there is a proper flow of information. So make sure that you are using words like this. The next two big bars that we can see in this particular chart are of football and hiking. So definitely the next main features that you can talk about are of football and hiking. So you can talk about that. Now it increased as compared to the number of people participating in these sports increased as compared to 1997. So definitely relevant comparisons can be made. Also, you can see that cricket in 2017 is the least favorite one. So definitely that's another main feature in the chart. So you can also talk about that. And also it declined, its popularity declined as compared to 1997. So again, you can make a relevant comparison here as well. So over here you can write or explain this as other sports such as football and hiking gained quite a popularity in the year 2017 as the number of people participating in these sports increased tremendously. On the other hand, popularity of cricket declined in 2017 by a great amount, with the numbers going less than 10,000 people. You can also explain this by writing down numbers as well. So this can also be written as that other sports such as football and hiking gained quite a popularity in the year 2017. The number of people playing football rose from 34,000 to 48,000, and number of people doing hiking increased from 35,000 to 49,000. We've already talked about gentle walking, we've already talked about basketball, we've talked about cricket, football, hiking. The only two things that we have not talked about are gym and jogging. Now in these two cases, we see that gym doesn't see any change in numbers, and in jogging there is a very little change, which is a very minute change. So what we are going to do is that in the end paragraph we are just going to mention a little bit about these 2 points so that we are describing everything that is given in the chart. So here you can write it down as the number of people participating in jogging in the year 2017 did not see any substantial increase in number as compared to 1997, and similarly number of people going to the gym remains the same for both the years. So basically in the last paragraph we mentioned just a little bit about jogging and gym, because in these two areas there was not much of a change. In gym there was no change at all, and in jogging as well the change was really minute. So we are still going to mention about it, but we are just going to end our explanation of the chart. We are just going to conclude the explanation of our chart by mentioning a little bit about these two things in the end. So this is how you should be attempting this question type. First of all, we have made sure that we've done everything correct. For example, we have done the task achievement. We have done everything that was asked of us in the question. So we have completed our task. We have used different vocabulary. We have used the connecting words, like we have used furthermore, however, so things like that, so that there is a proper flow of information. We have made sure that grammatically everything is correct. Then we have arranged our ideas into different paragraphs. So that's what we've done. Then the next thing that we've done is that we've given an introduction where we have just reworded the question in our own language, explained the examiner that what this chart is talking about. Then we have highlighted the main features, which means whatever was the highest, whatever was the lowest, and we have made the relevant comparisons. So if something has increased or decreased in popularity, we've talked about that. I really hope that after watching our today's video, you are going to feel more confident about doing this question type, and you feel more confident about attempting this question, and a lot of your doubts have been cleared. But still, if you have any more questions that are related to our today's video, feel free to comment in the section below and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more IELTS related videos like this. Also, if this video has been helpful for you, please do not forget to like the video and also share the content. Now I will see you in our next video. Until next time, ta-da!